business insight. As many of you know, DePaul Cristo Rey High School combines academic work with corporate work. 4 days a week of classes, 1 day a week at a local business. Not flipping burgers, but doing entry-level clerical duties with one of its corporate partners. Now, the first classes started in 2011, adding 1 class per year. That means it's on the verge of becoming a 4-year high school with freshmen through senior classes. It's now in the midst of signing up students for next year's freshman classes and needs a minimum of 25 new companies to be part of its corporate work-study program for the 2014-2015 school year. Sister Jean Bissett, president of DePaul Cristo Rey, along with Marianne Chimasuro, currently a junior at the school, are joining Business Courier publisher Jamie Smith with more. Jamie?
Thanks, Brian. Sister, thanks for being here today. Marianne, thanks for coming in. I've become a big fan of the school over the last year. Tell us a little bit about the program. I know you're in your 3rd year of students, so how many employers or partners do you have right now?
We have over 70 companies who are participating in our corporate work study program, hiring every single one of our 175 students.
Wow. So your students have no choice. They have to work.
They start working the day school starts of 9th grade.
Okay.
And that program continues all through the 4 years of high school.
Okay. How do you prepare? What do you have to do to these students, say, in that first year to get them ready to go out and not only represent themselves, but represent your school?
Well, think of an 8th grader graduating sometime in May or June from grade school, and then they have until sometime late in August or September to get started. Our students show up at least by August 1st.
Okay.
All of our 9th graders. We do about a 2.5 to 3 week intensive job training program. And then the students spend a day or 2 at their corporate partner, wherever they're going to be working for the year, getting their orientation to work also. So, you know, I mean, how ready can you be to go to work in the 3rd week of the training? But we do some very intentional things to prepare our students to work in a very adult world of professions.
Okay. Now, Marianne, so you're working for the 3rd year now, is that right?
Yes.
Where do you work?
This year I work at the Christ Hospital.
Okay. And what kind of work do you do?
I work in the supply chain office, so I do inventory, I get the different items that they need for cases that come up, so like the different disposable items that they need for each case or surgery that comes up.
How do you think this is preparing you for life after high school?
For me, it is, because I want to be a doctor, and so being in that environment and seeing what goes on and maybe the things that I'll need later on, it's very helpful.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, so since you're beginning your senior year in the fall,
next year,
this will be your last round of having a big increase of needing employers.
Exactly.
Right?
Every year we've brought in about 80 to 90 new students, and when we do that, we need approximately 25 full-time equivalency jobs. Every 4 students shares a full-time job. So this is our next and last big jump. Right. We virtually need at least 25 new companies to partner with us. After that, it's more gradual growth.
Okay, excellent. Now, talk a little bit, we talked, obviously you're at Christ. Is it a variety of companies? Is it lean more in one industry, the other? I mean, talk about some of the companies.
We're fairly spread out right now. We have students working in all kinds of financial services. We brought on our first bank yesterday that will hire a student for next year. We're in law firms, we are in hospitals,
construction
companies working in the main offices. We're in manufacturing companies, not on the floor, but every manufacturing company has an office that's running that end of the operation. And then another big area for us are the universities. Our students work at almost all the colleges and universities in the region.
Okay. Well, it's easy to see there's a benefit for the student, there's a benefit for the school. Would you say there's a big benefit for the companies that participate as well?
Well, I don't have to put words in their mouths. Our companies tell us that one person said last week, in fact, this has really boosted morale at his company by having these young people work alongside of his employees. They've sort of upped their game in their social responsibility, but also even in how they talk to one another and how they act in the office. They're role models. They're educators like we are when they bring these students in.
Now, what kind of resources do you have to provide to the employers as far as other than getting the kids there?
We support the students there, but we also provide help to the supervisors who work with Marianne and with her classmates. Not every supervisor knows how to coach a 15 or 16-year-old student. So we help them figure out what the kids can do, what the meaningful work is, what work can our students do that takes that work off the plate of somebody else and frees them up to do perhaps higher level functions around an office or in a hospital.
That's awesome. I was at a breakfast a couple weeks ago with you,
yes.
Hearing several people talk about the program and the passion in some of the voices. And, you know, I had one individual come up to me and say, well, we took a team of 4, and he says, you know, I was kind of scratching my head figuring out, what are we going to have these kids do? And he says, they have amazed me, the way they tackle tasks, the way they take accountability for projects. And he said, I love it. He said, I couldn't imagine a better experience than I have had with these kids in the school.
And you know, we can't tell anybody to say that. That is said only when that's
exactly.
somebody's
You
real
can't advertise
experience.
something like that.
Exactly.
That's so valuable.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you in med school. I have a son graduating from med school in a few months. It's a great field to be in, and obviously we need doctors in the worst way. So good luck to you.
Thank
Sister
you.
Jean, good luck with your your 4th class.
Thank you.
know, so you'll be guys full staff next year.
That's right.
And I hope we get all those volunteers
We're
for
looking
you.
forward to inviting our corporate partners to our first graduation.
Oh, that'll be awesome. I can't wait. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.